Hi, welcome to another episode of Mrs. Bodenham's Classroom. This is something we make with each new group. 7th graders always make this, and occasionally you'll have an 8th grader who might choose this option for free baking day. Free baking day is always just something that the kids want to make. So today we are making biscuit pizzas. The oven is up to temperature. I have some hamburger cooking in the pan behind me. And I've already started our biscuits. So I just buy the jumbo flaky biscuits, and if you can get the butter kind, they're just a little bit better. But the flaky biscuits are the best because they keep that layer. We're flattening them, so I have just 2 more to do. You can do it with your fingertips and do that motion, or you can do it with the base of your hand, and I think it's just a little bit faster if you do it with the base of your hand. And then we are going to put sauce and 2 kinds of cheese on this. So the 2 kinds of cheese are mozzarella for the melty part of it, and Colby Jack. Colby Jack is a really good flavor cheese, but if you only use Colby Jack, what you're going to find is that it's very greasy, and so you want to make sure that you combine those 2. And you don't need very much cheese on these. I'm going to need a spoon for the sauce. I have used 2 different kinds of sauce, so the ragu and the Walmart generic. Either one works totally fine. Spaghetti sauce from Hunt's is what I use if we're in my classroom, and it gives you just a little bit more. So I'm going to open this. I'm going to put a big spoonful on each. Okay, your goal is to try not to get it onto your cookie sheet. I use parchment paper because then at least the sauce won't burn to the pan. So you're just going to use your spoon and do a really light swirl. If somebody likes a little more sauce, this is where people can kind of make their own preference. Or if you want to just do butter and then cheese on top with a little bit of garlic. We call those cheese sticks. You can also do dessert sticks where you do butter and then an equal mixture of brown sugar, white sugar, and then whatever that mixture is. So let's say it's a half a cup. Half a cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, and then a 1/4 cup of flour. That keeps your stuff crumbly. You also want to add cinnamon to taste if that's the case. And so you'd put a layer of butter and then your crumble topping on top, and then bake it the same way you do these. So that is really good. Kids tend to really like that mixture. And it, again, is a super simple method to making a dessert option to go with your biscuit pizzas. Oop, that one had a little too much sauce probably. Okay, to top these, my hamburger is almost ready. I had a package of hamburger in the fridge, and so I decided to just cook up all of it, and then we're going to have tacos with the rest of it tonight. So we're having meat pizzas today. So pizza is another one of those, you just make what you like. And so once you sort of have the understanding of how to go about the process, and it's literally just biscuits and butter, or you can do sauce, totally up to you. And what we're going to do at this point is we're actually going to put the cheese on next, and then put the meat toppings on top of the cheese. And that allows for, if people are all doing a different one. So let's say if someone wants, mushrooms or onions or even peppers or something on theirs, it's very obvious which ones are those and which ones are the sort of simple ones. So we're going to do some pepperoni and hamburger today. So you need maybe kind of a fat pinch of cheese for each one. You get a little cheese on your parchment paper, just set it back onto the biscuit. You want your sauce fairly close to the edges because anywhere there's not sauce, it's gonna puff back up. So if you're making these for a family and just one person is making them, this is the really fast method. If you want everybody to make their own, that's an option, but you may want to use small plates, and then they put their toppings on those small plates and then come over and make their pizzas. And I'm just spreading out that cheese, kind of out to the edges. And then I'm going to put some pepperonis on, half of them. So, and I have the little pepperonis today. You can do turkey pepperoni, that works really well. If you're making, a big group of people, to get the bigger package of pepperoni, and then they can tear them into smaller pieces. That gives them a little bit of pepperoni in each bite, and it's a good method to using the bigger pepperonis. So the hamburger is ready. So I'm actually going to put hamburger on all of them. So what you have is Biscuit Pizzas, made very, very quickly. Everybody can kind of have their own what they like for toppings. And Biscuit Pizzas are something my students have loved. And then I would always bring the leftovers either home or I would give them to the neighboring teachers. And pretty much anybody who likes a biscuit likes Biscuit Pizzas. So for Mrs. Bodenham's classroom, I'll be adding in the pictures of the final product, but here is a very simple meal to serve for a family. Have a great day.